Am I alive? Oh my God, I'm alive. Hey guys. Hi. I'm so sorry you guys, excuse me, waiting so long. Hopefully not too long. Anybody in the house? It is 11 seconds in. One person, one like. I see there's a couple people here. Sorry I've made you wait. Excuse me. I did a healing with Karen. Who is here? Who will be here? It's always like when several people were here and then I come in and there's one person. I'm like, who's that one person that's not here? When it does happen, when it's your potato bell. Oh my gosh. I just ate two and I've been like, I think it's because I wasn't that, I mean, I was really hungry and then I ate a few bites and then my stomach just went, no, I don't know. I was like, that whole, you're hungry and then you eat and then your stomach's like, you waited too long and now I'm mad at you for putting food into me. It's kind of like what happened. Your potato belly. Let's see. Did you just eat a vat of potatoes? Leslie says, you should see my potato belly. I have a little bloat belly going on too. I don't like it. Don't like it. How is everybody? You like spinning? Spinning and twirling and jumping. Oh my. So how was everybody's day? Let's check in. Who's all here? Hi, Kevin. It's way too quiet. I need music. Where's that going to come from? And what am I going to put on? So yesterday's astral, I'm not going to be able to split because I had a brain fart. I thought, oh, I'll put the music in the beginning, and if they catch me for copyright, I'll just cut it off, which essentially I could do. However, if I do that, then I lose the chat, and I kind of spaced on that one itty bitty fact, and I don't want to lose the chat. So I can't split. If you get hit with copyright, they kind of ding you with a couple of things that you're not allowed to do unless you take care of the copyright claim. And one of the things that you're not allowed to do is download your video or to embed it, which sucks. And I was a dum-dum when I did my music thing last night. I was just really feeling that song. And I was kind of guided, like, yeah, put it on, and I don't know, whatever. So I can't split up yesterday's astral. The other ones I just haven't done. So I have downloaded the 11th, and I'm kind of speaking directly to Leslie here. She has been transcribing, and she loads the videos into some program that makes it easy for her to transcribe. And when I think they're too long like that, she has a hard time. But when I just do the astral part, then I think she has an okay time. So for the 11th and the 12th and the 13th, there are the shorter videos, but for the 14th, yesterday's astral, unfortunately, there is not. And I'm not going to be able to split it. Just so you know. Come on, computer. I had a beautiful day. Too much happened to put in one message, and I don't want to spam as much. LOL. How are you all? I noticed that like the whole chat is me to try to restrain myself. You're so funny. No, you can talk. I like the talking. Everybody can talk. Aw, better. Yes. So good to have you all here. I still haven't put music on. I did Karen's healing today. That needs to be on my speaker. It got started way later than it was supposed to, because number one, a couple of things happened and put me just a little bit late by like 15 minutes. Wasn't a big deal, but then I got into shower and I should have known better, because that turned into a 45-minute meditation channeling download, and I got out of the shower like when I was supposed to already be. It was a time warp, because it felt like 15 minutes. It was over 45, and I was already supposed to be on, and I would like looked at it was crazy. So, and then I was like, I'll be really fast. And then next thing I know, I have new neighbors that are moving in right behind me. An RV is pulling in, and I'm like, it's all loud because, moving in like this. And I'm just like, seriously? Why every time? It's just like, and so I had to tell her, like, sorry, now I have neighbors moving in that are really, really loud. And I'm just I have the AC, the little like window AC in my window. I'm going to take it out, because it's essentially like having your window open. And I've been needing to do this because it gets down into like 30 now. Up. And I just haven't. And I needed to do it. I need help doing it. I can't do it by myself, and I just haven't gotten around to it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do the window AC thing now. It's kind of how I do things in my life when I'm forced to do them. Otherwise, I'm like, I'll get to it when I get to it. So here we are, neighbor. Not that they're noisy neighbors, but they're moving in. It's just loud in general when people are moving, and they're not really using quiet voices. And so anyway, so I had to do that, but met the new neighbors, mother and daughter duo with a really nice friend that has babies. Ah, yeah, I love babies. So if I get to see little kids or babies on an every so often kind of basis, I'm very happy, if not like all the time. I'm absolutely in love with babies. And so anyway, so that took up a decent amount of time. Finally got online with her, and then we chatted for a while. Finally got into her healing, and then did her healing, which was amazing. And yeah, it was really amazing. And and then we finished it was right about 2 hours, which they usually are. And we finished right about 5:30. So I was like, yeah. And she actually was really coherent. Like, she was like, I'm like, we'll talk later. She's like, no, we'll talk now. Oh my God, that was amazing. She got up and started talking like right away to me, because a lot of times people are just like kind of they're not comatose. They're just like so tranced out that I just go, okay, bye. And I leave, and they stay in their space. But sometimes people pop right up and talk to me right after, but I don't like to spend too much time there, because I like to have people feeling into their own space, however it's meant to be for them, like I just get out of their space. So anyway, so it was really amazing. Every time I do a healing, I'm always like, ah! Like super excited and giddy and happy because of what's just transpired. And so anyway, that's why we're so late today. First off, it's supposed to be a noonday, and we moved it so we could do her healing around 11:30, and it didn't even start until I think more like 3:30, something like that. I don't know. It's all a blur. Oh, you think it's something with your computer? Well, that would just be for which ones? Well, I'm splitting up the shorter ones, so it should be easier for you there that way. There was other business, family. What was it? Okay, this is annoying. I'm gonna have to take this off. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take this off. I started wearing it again because I'm supposed to wear it, but not when it does this business. Look at this. Look at this hot mess. What the? No. No! Earlier it was into this one. What is the deal with this today? Thank you. It did go really well. She was amazing. Gaia was amazing. Oh my God. It took long because Gaia was a little yappy. She knows I kid. No, she's, and especially I think when it comes to, because when I did Skies, when I did Laura's, when I've been doing the people who does this, Gaia tends to talk more than with people who have not done this. I'll just say that right now. Because she knows them better. She's more intimate with them. They're more familiar with her, I guess. I don't really know how it works, but that's just how it's been. So anyway, it was really awesome. And she felt amazing. She's like, I didn't know I could ever feel like this. And Raphael came in and she was talking about how it feels, how it felt with him. And it was really cool. So I'm really looking forward to her post session with me to talk about it. So yeah. Other than that, I'm kind of spacing. Oh yeah, my own. My guides are like, your own thing today. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, right. What am I supposed to do about that? Yeah. So, yeah, just more information. I don't even know how to just more information from the group, I guess you could say, about my integration. Yeah. And the process and the progress of it. And times coming up. I've gotten more information in regards to dates coming up that I will share with you guys soon, not right now. But it is in line with the stuff that I've already been talking to you about the dates and the moon and different activations coming up and the portals that we're in and etc. etc. It's just more information. Like I've told you guys, it happens sometimes in a dump where it's like, oh, bam, and there's all this information that's really clear and concise. And then there's times where it seems to be this like wave that sometimes can even, happen and solidify over weeks or even months for me to go ding, 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 and kind of slide them all together. Right now, it's kind of a little bit of both with the information that's coming in. So personally and collectively, both of which I'm not into talking about right now. So with that said, we're gonna do an Angels of Abundance and an Archangel Oracle, and we are going to get into Astral pretty quickly. I know I've said that before and it hasn't happened. I'm really kind of bound and determined to get that done today, to not spend too much time before we get into Astral. My stomach really hurts and I don't want to go on too long with it. I don't really know what that's about other than I was really hungry and then I went to eat and it kind of hit my stomach with potato as well. They weren't mashed though, and I barely chewed them. That could be it. I'm like, I was so hungry. So stupid. I know, right? Is that the last cat that needs in? Little bear's finally coming in. Finally cold enough for you? Yay, all my loves are here. I love it when all my loves are here. All of them. Every single one. And not all my plants, but a lot of them too. There's so many plants in here now. It's kind of crazy. Anybody have the time to go back and listen or listen / I know there's not really, I guess you could watch me. Channel. I really put that whole thing out of my head that there really aren't people sitting there just watching me. Oh, that was part of the information that came today. I'm spacing out about the information, just the way you guys do in your in the meditations. It happens to me too. And because of all that happened right after my meditation, yeah, that just triggered. It's been a whirlwind, honestly. I haven't had any time to sit and be with myself after this incredible meditation for myself. Before I was supposed to do her healing, it was shower, neighbors, healing, stuff my face, sitting here with you guys. That's how like my last several hours have been, just real fast. Face your financial fears. This one came up the other day. Recognize? Do you recognize? I do. The little kids. So yeah, that reminds me of an aspect of my my meditation. Just it was weird. What? I want more plants in your house, man. Get more plants then. Your cat eats them. Yeah, I have the right cats because they rub on them and they love them. Literally, my cats love on the animal, on the plants. They'll rub on them and they'll like, and if they do get a little mouthy, I'm like, hey, and they never eat. They just, I don't know. They're really, really good. I have orchids like in their face hanging over their cat tree, and they're just like, and never ever, like, it occurred to me after I had like 20 orchids all bouncing around, and I'm like, oh my God, my cats don't even, like, they love them. I would come home with a new orchid, especially baby would be like, oh, and come up and look at it and rub all over them and just love on the plants. That's what they do. So yeah, I'm pretty lucky. Clean energy food. That's a new one. I gotta put on my glasses. Damn it. I hate the glare. It really irritates me. Oh, it's a little kitty. I can't even see. I like literally. Apples and a kitty. So we have face your financial fears, clean energy food. I'm hearing keep going. There are certain plants that you can get that are okay for the cats to eat. So if they do happen to eat them, it's not a problem. Like it won't it's like poisonous. You know what I mean? It's not okay for the plant, but you know. This one just popped. Oh, looky there. What do we have here? Bam! That's why we keep going, family. For messages like this. Positivity, faith, and optimism. Clean energy, food, and face your financial fears. Sweet sauce. I'm liking it. Face your financial fears. When you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. Oh, let me turn this down. That always makes it better, I think. So there she is. Don't be afraid of success. Don't be afraid of money. Don't be afraid. Financial and otherwise success just automatically carries with it a lot of other things, right? And so we tend to block ourselves from financial abundance because it's detached to other things. Like for me, for example, it would be if I was really to unblock myself, and this is what I'm seriously working on and opening up to, it, so much more, because it's so ingrained, this thing with money, that it's attached to it's attached to kind of recognition and being successful. Also not wanting to take other people's money, being so super hyper sensitive and empathetic to struggles of money, not wanting to take money. That's an aspect of financial blocks and fears of putting other people in a financial situation sometimes as well. That you're worth whatever it is, that with the success comes a certain sense of recognition, of responsibility, of and it's true. I'm very honest about it. Like, I wanted nothing to do with the recognition and the responsibility of being me. No, thank you. And just had to go about my way until it was time to push me out in a way where it wasn't about, okay, now go out there and start making videos about yourself and do this and that. It was, we've got a hurricane, get it going. And I'm like, okay, oh! And I didn't think twice about it, and they're like all snickering behind my back going, this is how we do it. Because there's, that's the way, like, it had to be, apparently, because that's the way it was. And I get that. And I get that in a lot of ways about myself. Like, unless I'm really forced to break through and level up sometimes, even if it's for my own damn comfort and well-being and everything, I still will not and hold back and stop and, like, I'm undeserving or I shouldn't. And it's really a whole holding back thing of who you really are and what you're supposed to be doing. And you get to a point where you go from avoiding it, from number one, not wanting to recognize, not knowing there's something to recognize, not wanting to recognize, then recognizing, then sitting in the recognition of it to a point, then deciding, okay, acceptance after the recognition, because recognition and acceptance are two completely different things. So it's recognition and then acceptance. And then after acceptance, then you're in a state of, it's just kind of like the stages of grief. You have to go through this. And that's why I say coming into the real getting on the lane of doing your business in your journey takes time. And so after the acknowledgement, the recognition, whatever, then you get in, you you're in this neutral space for a while, just letting it soak in. And then after that, I mean, this is just how it has been for me. So, you know, then after that, at one point, then you get like to a point where you're like, really want to get on with it. It goes from avoidance and not wanting to acknowledge it to like needing to get on with it, like ASAP, like now, like come on. And then it feels like you're like in quicksand and you can't move forward. And so that's, you know, kind of where I've been. Anyway, just to kind of give you guys an understanding of what that could be like. And it is connected to the financial stuff too. It's all connected. The recognition of yourself and because when you come into doing what it is you're here to do in a passionate way, in a healing way, in a creative way, in your mission way, whatever it may be, then the abundance is going to come in the way that it's supposed to be for you and your mission and your lifestyle and whatever it is, you know, at least to be very comfortable in who you are and what you do. For some people, their abundance could be, you know, extremely basic, and for other people, it's more opulent, depending on the mission. And that's something that needs to be recognized too. Not everybody's idea of abundance is the exact same thing. Not everybody's mission is the exact same mission, and it shouldn't be. That's the whole point of all of us being different but connected. So we build a web that crosses over so many different aspects and over time. And as the young ones come up more, they're not going to have such these fears and these attachments with money. And the sooner that us as parents get on this new wavelength, then, you know, our children won't have such a hard time. I know my child does. I know a lot of other people's children do, and they see the whole like construct of money and again, another generation feeling the same way. So it's really time for us to change that. And we're doing that. Okay, moving on. Card is immaculately beautiful. Yeah, the positivity one. Yeah, we're gonna get there. I have to work on taking out blocks in abundance and the sort of negative stuffs associated with money. And you too. Oh yeah, you have those feelings as well. It's a big one. It's got to be honestly one of the biggest ones. I'm fully convinced of. Okay, so clean energy food, you guys. When you fuel your body with a beautiful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. So be super aware. Everything that you consume in your diet, any aspect of your diet, but especially your food diet, does become what is your energy in your body. That's why you eat to begin with. So you have fuel and energy in your body so you don't die. And whatever it is, whatever food product, don't you love that term, food product? Whenever I see that, I'm like, scary. It's the shit that sits on the shelf and does not rot after like 5 years. He'll come back and be like, I can totally open that up and eat that right now. That is scary. Like if I have bread that sits around like a bit too long, I'm like, just because you're good and you've lasted this long, I'm not eating you. You're disqualified. It just freaks me out. So you have to understand that that's why eating organic, that's why eating live, raw foods is really good for you, because it has the highest vibration to fuel your body. If you're eating a bunch of shit, then you're fueling your body with a bunch of shit. And guess what? You feel like shit. You sleep like shit. You act like shit. You talk like shit. You think like shit. You basically are a pile of shit because you've been eating and consuming a shit. But you don't realize it. Sorry. It's true though. I was there, so I can say this. I was one gigantic pile of shit because of what I stuffed in my face and the pills that I took and the stuff that I consumed on the TV. And I thought that that was just the way it needed to be because that was just life. And it's not. People really need to understand that everything in your periphery of consumption becomes who and what you are and fuels your body. So if you're eating fast food or a bunch of processed food or a bunch of meat attached to a bunch of animals who were raised specifically to be eaten, they carry a certain vibration and they've been through very traumatic events, and those energies get put into their energy field. And when you consume that, it gets put into yours. And that's a real thing. So I'm just speaking truth, guys. I know it's a little uncomfortable sometimes, but it's the truth. And this is why as people ascend and your vibration gets high, when you consume something that is low, you immediately react in your body. It's not okay. Something is not right with what you just ate. And maybe that's my problem. Maybe there's something in the soup that I made that wasn't okay and I thought it was, or it's just affecting me now. I'm really not quite sure. It was fine yesterday, so I don't know. But so start to take the steps to just think about this stuff. Obviously, it's come up, so we need to. Okay, last but not least, positivity, faith, and optimism. You open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. So pretty. Isn't that so pretty? So I'm just going to read further into this one and then we'll get into astral. There it is. Next. Oh, look at that. Page number 88 at exactly 33 minutes in. Love it. This card comes to you as a reminder that God and the universe are on your side. The only block that has been worry. So, a simple shift to faith will result in a positive shift in your abundance flow. If you need to, pray for help in lifting away worries and replacing them with optimism. So that means angels, Jesus, Gaia, whomever I'm feeling right now, please come in and help infuse more optimistic thoughts and feelings right now and not be in the state of lack and worry and blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like that. Remember that God is your source of everything and is watching over you and your loved ones like a caring parent. God also respects your free will choices. So if you have been making negative statements about your finances, then heaven won't interfere. Trust that the infinite wisdom of God's divine intelligence and creativity already has all the solutions for you. You'll receive these solutions as ideas and intuition. When you relax when you relax and you'll receive these solutions as ideas and intuition. When you relax and so are better able to hear the inner voice of God. Yeah, that's a misprint because that doesn't make any sense. Moving on. Positivity is practically useful when trying to manifest more abundance. Oh, sorry. Positivity is particularly useful when trying to manifest more abundance. Money is simply energy, and we want to attract this energy to us. Just as we are naturally reluctant to spend time around negative people, money is more likely to surround positive people. Well, there's an aha moment. You feeling me, people? I'm going to read that again. Because it kind of felt like that for me. Because I've been feeling this more lately. I've been just feeling like, yeah, baby, I'm going to be rolling in the money. It's going to feel so good. The money's going to feel so good on me. Yeah, baby. Swear to God. And here, like on my boat, like have my jacuzzi on my yacht filled with $100 bills and just be in a jacuzzi of $100 bills with my just ridiculous opulence everywhere, dripping off of my family and friends, like that kind of shit. You know those commercials where the guy was like sitting in gold, on gold, everything was dipped in gold, and he was just like opulence. Shoot for the stars is all I'm saying. And then go live in a tree, you know. Balance. Okay, I'm going to read this again. Positivity is particularly useful when trying to manifest more abundance. Money is simply energy, and we want to attract this energy to us. Just as we are naturally reluctant to spend time around negative people, money is more likely to surround positive people. The same goes for any other type of abundance. For example, if you are trying to manifest an abundance of health in your life, speaking and thinking positively about it will have a much larger effect than negativity. The energy behind these positive words and thoughts can change any situation for the better. Dude, living in a treehouse sounds so fun, but not so fun in the winter. Unless it's decked out. Yeah, no, it would have to be a decked out treehouse. Like the decked out treehouses. I didn't mean like Naked and Afraid treehouse. Is that show still on? I used to watch that all the time. Be fascinated. It was one of my favorite shows. Favorite shows. 721. Is that show? I don't know what's on anymore. What's new? I have no idea. Never around television. So, how are we feeling about this card, you guys? Positivity, faith, and optimism. Being positive, being faithful, and being optimistic about your money and your situation. So, I think that, you know, my struggle has been, how do you be positive about abundance and manifesting or bringing money to you when there's for real blocks that aren't you, like you guys have witnessed in my life? Because they are real. So this has been my struggle to try to figure this out, try to figure out and understand how the F I'm supposed to work like this while staying in reality as to how it is for me. And at the same time, manifesting abundance. It's been a little tricky, a little complicated. You know, and the way that I manifest abundance and money into my life is doing and being who I am and doing and the healing and all this stuff, which gets blocked from other people. So you see how this is cyclical and it goes back and forth in this infinite loop. So this has been kind of the the thing. And what I'm getting with that is I can split them up and not see them so much as the same thing. And I'm working on, I'm seeing that more. And I've also, like I said, gotten information recently about how that's going to be working. So, so anyway, I never watched TV. That Oh, that card. All these cards are amazing and resonant. I don't know if that show is on anymore either, but I loved it to watch that show and binge. Yeah, did you really? Like, all of us don't watch TV anymore, so we're like, yeah, I don't know. Like talking to the same people who don't watch TV is just kind of ridiculous because nobody knows. I should remember that. I kind of like I'm used to talking to other people who like that's funny. Alone is better though. Alone is better. I'm sorry, I'm missing what alone you're talking about. I've had a lot of feelings of blocks for abundance, lots of stuff that's been previously set in place and can be worked out. Yeah, of course. Yeah. It's the thing. It is. Why do you think it's talked about all the time? And we keep like seeing everything about manifesting and abundance and all of that because it's it's really interesting. It's not even something that I advertise on my website. It's something that I have in other ways, but is I'm really great at teaching people about manifesting and the law of attraction in their lives. And I am in my life when it comes to other things, but when it comes to like money, not so much. I could be like, I really need strawberries. And when I go to the store, there's thousands of bags of normally $6 strawberries because they're organic, but they're just a day to whatever. And at my store, they'll put together a little bit of the older stuff and they sell it at rock bottom prices, like literally $6 bunches of strawberries. $6 for organic strawberries at the grocery store that I have to shop at. Or $1 for two bunches of those, and all you got to do is take out the ones that are a little too whatever. So these are the kind of things that like I'll totally like manifest. I'll be like, this whole thing about laundry is really getting on my nerves. I need to do laundry. I don't have any place to do laundry. I have to take my plate to do laundry, and I really wish I had a thing to do laundry. Literally within 24 hours, I have a little washing machine. I shit you not. Like, if I want it really badly, like enough, I think it'll show up. It's just, there are blocks. There are ways in which I just kind of like, I literally will happen. Like I've been with people out and about in the world when things come up and we may need it and it appears and people literally go, what the fuck? And I'm like, I swear to you, people have lost it in front of me going, you have got to be kidding me right now with what's just happening. I'm like, literally, it just does. So, but then again, and then money does come, like I've shown you guys, like it's just kind of all kind of Tetris style, ding, 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 until I start getting in my own way. And then it goes, and then it starts like stacking on top of each other. And I'm like, oh, I'm getting better with that though. And it really is like that. Alone was a show on the Discovery Channel when they were literally alone, no time frame, just whoever lasted longest. Alone. Oh, I don't think I knew about that one. No, Naked and Afraid, and there was another one, but not Alone. That one sounds good. The other one was just, it could be drama, but definitely because people would start to lose their shit. And you could tell from the very beginning, like, this pairing is going to be fiery. You just know, that was just a fun show. I did enjoy that. It was nature. It was people. It was raw. They were naked. I don't mean that in that kind of way. Energy's been messed up today. Time to bust out the big guns. Calling angel support. Oh, what's going on, man? They're already there, seriously. Well, energies have just been kind of woo in general. This whole month, you guys, what do we say? It's just gonna be that way. You know what I mean, jelly beans? It's like it just missed 7:27. All right. I'm gonna take a couple of bites of, guess what? Graham cracker. I just eat it like the big old piece. I don't even like. It's really great to live alone. You can be a total slob. Cats and the dog don't care. Freaking love these things, man. They're so good. Like, it's one of the best things about pie is the graham cracker crust. I love pie. My birthday is coming up. I prefer pie to cake, although carrot cake is my favorite cake, so there are exceptions. Just so you guys know. I don't like wet bread. I'm not a dunker. Like, I don't like tiramisu because it's wet bread. Like wet cake, like wet bread. Like when bread gets wet in a sandwich. Oh, God. I cannot with that. And dunking cookies and all that kind of business. I'm just like, I don't like it. I have a real thing with texture. Anybody else like that? Like full on like texture freak, texture Nazi, or whatever you want to call it. Texture, anally textured. Okay, no, forget that. Let's delete that. Can we delete that? If I didn't react to my own shit, maybe people wouldn't hear it. I had to turn that off. It's really bright. Hi, little bear. Little bear's right there. There's little bear. All right. I can't with you guys. You're awful. I knew it. I knew it. There it is, right? I knew it. Anyway. Here is something I should share with you, or I could share with you. Okay, so how did it go? I'm looking at the numbers. Hold on a second. There's this thing with today's date being the 15th. Okay, I don't want to hold up the whole show for this. You know, like get this show on the road kind of business. So I'm gonna write it down. There's another aspect of my meditation was something about the date and how to look at the numbers in a certain way. With the 8 and the 5 and stuff. But anyway, I'll figure it out later. It's cool. Let me turn. You turn that heat in here. on, light off, door shut. Okay. Situated. We situated. Hello, kitty. You're so adorable. You're so adorable. So Leslie was saying, thanks for typing that up. Anally textured. Beautiful. Nice job there. I appreciate it. Family. Oh, nobody answered my question about listening to last night's astral again. Sunny. If you did not still listen back to yesterday's astral, please do it. Does anybody remember Saint Germain in yesterday's astral? Nobody mentioned him. Okay, good. Good job then. Or is that what you put in the comments, or is that something else? Sky is saying that he listened and took notes. I do remember his violet flame and his strengthening of it. But that was when you listened to it back. Because that was the thing that yesterday when we came out of astral and I was asking you guys what you remembered, instead of me asking you specific questions about specific things, I was told don't do that, and instead ask them to name their top 3 things that they remember, like what came to mind and anything like that, so I could get a better understanding of what you guys do and don't remember. Because I have had an understanding that I think you guys remember more than you do, because on a certain level you do. But on another level, the more conscious level, you don't. And because I experience in a certain way and I can tap into you guys in a certain way, I kind of see it in a certain way. And so yesterday was really eye-opening for me after the astral. And they were like, you see, they're like, Infiniti, you really need to understand how deep the amnesia goes and how quickly it happens for what goes on in the astrals. And I'm like, yeah, I'm getting that a little bit more now. So it is really important to do that, because you cannot retain it in your brain as you're going through it there. We're literally projecting into another space and time. The time is different there. That's why it feels different here. And when we are in that space, it's just is. I don't know how else to describe it. So that's why we have to that's why we're told in these times to bring images back, to draw when we come back, to write as we're, people do you have your note-taking implements? See if you can automatically write while you're in it. Just write little words to trigger your memory, hopefully, whatever you need to, if you can try. I've kind of given up on it because I don't really think I can do it, because I'm channeling again. Yeah, so it's just something. And then when it comes to the messages, especially you guys, last night's messages, And words, the words, the messages from Gaia, and especially, I'm going to say, especially Jesus yesterday. So it's really important to hear that. And it just so happens that it's not one that I can trim. So just FYI. Okay. So again, that's just a big deal. You drew your flower, did you? Yay! That's amazing. I still have to draw my crystal by the tree. I started drawing last night, just real abstract. I was just thinking, and I don't even know where it is. It was not like anything. I don't even know where it is. Yeah, whatever. Just real abstract. Yes. He talked for a really long time last night. A really long time. I was like, wow. Like, he was just like waited for that day. Seriously. Karen was telling me today that she remembers laying in the grass and doing like the angel thing, but like people doing the snow, but in the grass. She's like, so that was a thing. And I go, yeah. She goes, and I don't remember who was there with me, but there was she's like, was that Jesus that was sitting next to me? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, okay, thanks. I remember sitting in the grass. She's like, I totally remember that. And there were these two guys talking. I was like, oh, we got sidetracked, so we didn't finish talking about the guys, because she just saw these two guys conversing around, but definitely that it was Jesus sitting, or somebody sitting next. She goes, he was just smiling at me, like, she's like, but I don't remember anything he said. And I'm like, you see how that works? I'm like, yeah, but he talked for a really long time, and it's like, wah, 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 wah. So weird. It's so weird. And even for me, like, I remember bits and pieces of it. I think I definitely remember more of the details of it, the overall the messages of it. But I need to go listen to it again, because he talked for a really long time, and he dropped some serious nuggets last night. I do remember, and I don't see, that's the thing, is like, I don't want to get into specifics about it. I want you guys to hear from him directly, because he was really dropping them last night. He was just like, big time. Okay, the one that brought back from the meadow. Or put it in a post on your thing. Share it. Show everybody. I remember when I look at my notes. Yeah, isn't that weird? It's trippy, isn't it? It's a really interesting thing that happens in these astrals with the messages. It's easier for me to remember the visuals than it is to remember as it is for you guys, isn't it? Isn't it easier for you guys to remember the visuals than the actual messages? The feelings. Yeah, I can, well, I think the visuals for me are like super intense, because I'm the channel for you guys, taking you there. I'm your travel guide, that's what I call myself now. I'm your astral travel guide. It's another, like, I don't have enough titles to my name. It's kind of ridiculous. It's almost obnoxious, but I'm supposed to just let everybody know about all these things, because people will be facets of all the things that I am. You know what I mean? Because it did occur to me to be like, do I really have to list all of these things? Because it's an obnoxious mouthful. And my guide said, yeah, you do, because not everybody even knows that all these things exist, let alone that maybe they are one or two or three or however many things of these things that you are too. You guys know what I'm talking about? On my website, I have this long list of titles. So, astral guide, astral travel guide. The feelings and the visuals stick, the words not so much. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's so much easier to see in that way than to, you know, you'll remember crying and being emotional. You'll remember certain aspects and certain trigger words and certain feelings, as I'm seeing 74404. But like the real details of what is being said, and it is really good, juicy business. Just I'm told we'll get better at it. It just takes practice. And it is because we are really, really traveling, and it is really channeled message. Like it's really, really, really. And that as I see 74444, just like last night, I think, where it was just like all the fours coming in bunches as I'm talking about this. I'm gonna start stretching. So yeah, I'm told we're gonna get better at it. And it just takes time and practice. It's like a muscle, it's like a ability, just like anything else, you know. You can get to superstar athlete status with practice. All right, loves. Let's rock and roll. Get comfy in your space. Put a smile on your face. Who wants to get so naked? Let's welcome in our divine soul tribe and tribes, one and all in one, the same. Thank you all so much for being here, family incarnate across the globe in this divine now moment, or later on as you come into this space after it is live, when you are meant to do this. Thank you so much for being here and doing this meditation at any time. Thank you so much, our divine soul tribe, Mother Gaia, for creating this space for us to be in, for inviting me and inviting us all here in this moment, and for all of those that will come and be with you in the future. Take a nice deep breath, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Start feeling our spirit tribe, the angelics, coming into your space. Welcome them in. Perceive and see them standing around you, lighting up your space with their light. Beautiful light, golden white light all around you. Coming in nice and tight, giving you a beautiful soul, body, love hug. Your spirit tribe. And feel your energy activate, feeling them in your presence. Feel them clear your space around your body, your bodies. Take a deep breath, sit up straight, get nice and grounded in your seat. Shoulders back, chin up, spine straight, palms up on your knees. Remember, family, you can always move around if you need to. If you get extra crispy, tingly, you can itch, you can move around. Just please try to keep your eyes closed and try not to bail because you are a little crispy. Feeling energy, that is what we're here to do, is feel energy. You will get used to it. It does feel different, but it does feel good. Remember, we're here to do a few things, family. We're here to meet with Gaia, to go where she decides to take us every single day. And as you know, it's different every day. None of us know where we're going to go, including me, for the most part. I have no idea. We're here to heal Gaia where we are now. We are here to travel to another higher dimension and plane of existence and time where Gaia is. As you know, time is not linear. So we are anchoring as we travel into this higher plane, this other dimension, universe, if you will, even where Gaia is in this higher place, where she's going. Think of it in all these different ways, whatever works for you, but that is where we're going. And this is why time is different. This is why things feel different. This is why we forget we're moving through space and time. Literally, we're time traveling. We're quantum jumping. This is what astral travel is. And as we do this through these portals at the same time, we're helping anchoring. We're helping activate. This is what I do as a gatekeeper and as a grid master. I open up portals upon Gaia in different dimensions and I connect them. Just like I connect Gaia to you or Jesus to you or any of the angels or saints or whoever decides to come. I can do the same thing in the different dimensions as well, as I'm being led and told to. And this is where we go. We're quantum jumping. Time is different. We're forgetting at times because we can't possibly be going through this with this density. We're moving through it at the same time. Remember, also at the same time, family, take a deep breath for me. We're in portals, a double portal at this time. Time. Aye. This is also kind of the secret to manifestation and abundance, and why the message is always imagine that it's already yours. You're already in that frequency. It's because of leaping quantumly, energetically. You're bending reality, deciding that you already feel what you feel when you have what you don't actually have, but you're saying that you do. So then it becomes true. And this is how instant manifestation happens as well. You're doing it so fast. It can also work against you if you're negative. And this is why we say keep your thoughts positive when you're seeing the twos and you're seeing the combinations of numbers. They're reminders. You're in a high vibration of thought patterns, and make sure that you're in control of your thoughts and you're not being swept away by things that are taking you into a lower vibration. This is also what I'm being reminded to tell you what we talked about yesterday. Staying out of the fear about the fires, etc. The other channeling from Gaia, through the other channel, I should say. That's just one example. It's another example talking about what we did tonight. Staying in a framework within yourself that you're not in worry and in lack, because then you'll have more of that. And to always know that it'll come through, that you'll have enough. The thing to do and to change is to change it from just having enough to having an abundance. So much that you can share and share and share. It's just so much. That's what we're not used to. That's where we need to quantum leap to. And this is why it comes up again and again. It's the only way for us to get to where we need to be. In this reality, it requires the abundance. It requires money, and it requires a certain mindset, or else you're just not ready. And that is why we are all where we are. There's a purpose to it. We need to figure these things out as we go. If we get stuff before we're ready, that's when things break down. We cannot handle it and things fall apart. In this framework and where we're going, that's not allowed. So we go at the pace we need to figure it out. And then we get it all. And we're on our way. With that said, family, take a deep breath. Think of dollar bills as little bunny rabbits, I'm being told. And we like little bunny rabbits, and little bunny rabbits like us. And they multiply too, don't they? And everybody likes bunny rabbits. And we can share the joy of bunny rabbits. Good, positive energy with money, with abundance. Disconnecting, cutting the cords, just like it was a old lover that treated you wrong, and you're not meant for them, and they're not meant for you. The relationship with lack and not having enough, or just having enough, or just surviving. That is not a good, healthy relationship, and we deserve a good, healthy relationship, do we not, family? We absolutely do, and so does everybody else, and we need to show them how it's done. It'll go from not enough to there's so much and so much to choose from. Feel it. In every way, there feels like there's not enough. Fill it in. There's not enough space. Give yourself space. There's not enough warmth. Move yourself to where there's warmth. If there's too much and you want a change of seasons, go there. Whatever. people, places, things that will help and put you in the framework of where it feels really good to be in. That's where we need to go to. And if we pay attention and listen to the words that we're being told, consume that, we'll get there in a quantum leap kind of way. Remember to expect miracles, the unfoldment of destiny in big, vast ways. To know that life truly is magical. Things fall into place because they're meant to. Things have been moving into place for a long time. These have been the messages. We have been a part of this system of getting things in place for a long time. We're just doing it again and remembering that. The remembrance, the returning, remember. The activations, the pillars, the gates. It's so we can remember. It's so we can step into these places in time. It's so we can anchor in both. So we can feel it again. Not just have a sense of knowing, but to really see it, feel it. We're coming into this more. It's necessary. You wouldn't get into a car and drive half zonked out and barely able to walk, would you? That's kind of where we're at right now. Some more than others. I'll put myself there. I'm still figuring it out. So we have to understand this. As we're reaching out and finding each other and saying, hey, there you are. I'm kind of in the dark, in the shadows there. I feel good with you here. Let's go. Like, think of it that way. That's where we're at right now, and trying to find each other and calling out to each other and saying, yeah, I'm waking up. Are you waking up? I'm figuring it out. Where are we going? What are we doing? I know we're supposed to be here. I know this feels right. I know that there's something more to this, and I'm waking up, and we're getting closer to a lucidity, closer to a place in time where we can see straight and we can understand, we can get in our cars and drive in a way that is way more directional than it is now. We're still figuring it out. We're going through these places and portals, and we are doing things alone and together, some of us, in different ways, in different places, in different groups. Think about this. Extending out, reaching out, figuring it out. That's why I say you're not broken, you're breaking free. Sometimes it feels like we're broken because it's so crazy, fantastical, jarring, magical, weird, spiritual, physical, lonely, whatever. A lot of different things. Know this for sure, though, okay? It is real. You're not crazy. And understand where we truly are. Sorry, they're kind of making me say all this stuff, you guys. They think it's easier for you to remember what I say. And duh, that's why I'm here, is what they're saying. Got it. Yet we shall travel. Let me make sure. Okay, family. Start feeling your energy really lighting up now. I know that you have been with what I've been talking about, but really feel it now. Feel it from your core emanating out. Feel the vibrations coming in and through. And back out as you inhale. Get centered again, shoulders back. Feel into your seat, your root. That's it, light it up. Take a deep breath and anchor there, family. Feel your infinity symbol. Light it up. Get it big, big, big. Start to perceive it more and more, you guys, family, as though it is crystalline, as though it is faceted, as we've talked about before, as it spins and moves around you, so you can see and perceive and understand and kind of tap into the visions of it, how it may look to you as it's going around. And as it does that, you're lighting up more from your root to your sacral. Light it up. Beautiful orange color, nice and bright, effervescent. And then right up into your solar plexus, light it up. Feel that center, that foundation, that beautiful yellow energy, your solar plexus chakra, your balance, your truth and honesty with yourself and others from your center, your authenticity. Take a deep breath and feel into that energy. And up into your heart chakra. Light it up. Feel it expand. Breathe into it. Feel the flow from the bottom up, expanding up and out, just getting bigger. Up into your heart space, your heart chakra, all the way in. Take a deep breath. Feel it all the way in and expanding into your chest. Take it in, push it in. Again, feel your angelics with you in your space, nice and tight. Feel the density. Feel them around you, infusing with your energy. up into your throat chakra, aqua color. Light it up. That goes up into your head, your face, down into your neck as well, into your chest. It commingles with that heart chakra energy. And then into and up into your third eye, that indigo, light it up. Feel it all the way through. And up into your crown chakra, light it up. And then just start to feel like going up and down. Like I'm hearing and I'm seeing this like ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Up, 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 up. And then it stops and then flows down and up. And you just want to kind of see the lights. I'm seeing like kind of like lights and mist. And as it's going up and down, it's just doing this really pretty rhythmic rainbow light thing. And as it does that, it's refracting and reflecting off of your infinity symbol. And then from there, it's just going out into the atmosphere, into the air, into the mist, the moisture around you, the particles, everything, and out into the atmosphere and the cosmos. And it just keeps doing that. Like a crystal and a disco ball and a laser and all these things just boom, 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 boom happening with the lights and the facets of the infinity symbol and everything else reflecting and refracting off of itself, finding its spot over and over again in different places all around you, going out, 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 out. And it's just this infinite rainbow light everywhere. And it starts with you and your lights going up and down in this flow. Hello, family. This is Gaia. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so very much, my children, my babies, my family. You are growing and learning so very much, moving so fast, so quickly. There is so much to know and to see. It always feels this way, I know. There is something for you to understand again and again. I hope you understand and hear me. Know again. We say it over and over again. Exactly where you are is where you are meant to be. It does feel at times that you are behind time. We know how that feels and we understand. It can feel like No place in time feels right, and some places you would like it to linger forever. And it's different in different places. And now you are wondering, where are you? What are you? Lit up this way, back and forth, lights up and down, rainbow refracting all around. Do you feel like you are hanging there, suspended, spinning? Yes, yes. I put you inside of a crystal, dangling in the sunlight, refracting rainbows all around, everywhere. So you can spin and feel what that's like. Understand that the rainbows go in these infinite ways and the infinite lights, whether you see them or not. When you're inside the crystal, hanging in the sunlight, spinning the way that you are, it feels like you're lit up and down and up. It is the fractals, it is the light, the colors, the prisms, how it looks through the crystal, inside of the crystal, lighting up the crystal. What is a crystal? I hear you ask, what crystal am I? What crystal would you like to be, dear one? Here is the thing. Whatever crystal you choose, you are Gaia. A crystal is a part of me. Solidified in its own frequency and made in so many different ways to hold different aspects and feelings and ways that I give you to help you. The same with so much I give you. The food, but the crystals, they are infinite also, but organic also. Crystals, crystalline, frequency, like me and like you, made of stardust. I am stardust. I am star. You are star. We are together. Pieces and fractals of Mother Father. Shining down from the center, down through all the way to us. Through our beautiful sun. Always here with us, with me, with you lighting us up, making it so you can be a crystal. Feel yourself inside the crystal, dancing in the sunlight. You creating this beautiful energy. You could make sound if we put you in the right place. You are frequency, you are vibration. You are spinning and turning inside the crystal. You have feelings inside. You are part of me. And there are so many things that are part of me. Remember again, as you are in the crystal, whichever crystal of me you choose to be. Look at how complex and beautiful you are, shining infinitely, lit up. Raw light. Do you see how it is fractals upon fractals upon fractals upon fractals over and over and over again? Beautiful ones. Everything from Ra himself, the sun, to me, to you, the crystal. We are all fractals. And then within us, fractals, and what we express out, fractals. Infinitely. Creation, light, vibration. Do you see how impossible it would be for anything dark to stop this? Think about it, please. You all have been so close, so many times, so close to having the key, the answer turned inside of you. These are the things you speak of, the abundance, the blocks, the misunderstandings, the manipulations, the ways that you all have been cheated. And this is why I have decided that no more. You need to know and understand it in these ways to help unlock. You are becoming so much closer. Again, why you are in these places and spaces and time, these portals, these energies, why I am doing what I am doing, all of it related. It is important for you to understand the abundance of creation constantly at work and at play. If you could put yourself in a place of seeing it, refracting out of you inside the crystal, and everything energetic that touches you and that you look at goes out again, creating infinitely from all of your aspects and where your energy is being hit and where it's going out from. Perceive that from the crystal. And inside the crystal, how beautiful, how unique, and how complex, and how part of me. And because you are part of me, we are part of creation, all of it. Again, what could stop this? Do you see? You have to perceive it in such a way. Infinity. Infinite. It is a difficult thing to understand. The concept is quite large indeed. But that is the way that it is. And this is another facet for you to understand, for you to unlock, to step into the knowledge, take back your power. Know it is there for the taking, because you are infinitely spinning and refracting all over. You just have to remember that you are a crystal in your human body as well. And it works the same way. The exact same way, family. Light attracts the light, remember. Light does not make dark ever, except for where there's shadows. And these are where the shadows are, where they were put in place. Not because it is natural, just because. To keep you from this. Imagine all the keys turning in everybody in such ways to unlock this infinite crystal power inside of you. As you reflect out what it is that you desire in your life, because you get exactly what it is, it comes. You are an infinite fractal of light, crystalline, in your human body, on me, Gaia, put here in place to make and do and create, because this is how it is supposed to be, how it works here. I'm part of the creation. Everything is creation, remember. The key is to create, and as you turn the keys, these are the things that will help bring it to fruition, take you through these places in time, these portals, get you closer to turning more and more and more the combination inside, truly feeling into it, because we do again understand, and you do as well. Shedding needs to take place, a rebirth, the remembrance, the returning as you reach out to hold on to one another, as you wake up, stumbling in the dark, realizing it is actually so bright and you're refracting. You just haven't woken up to that yet. This is why it is the way that it is and has been the way that it has been. Also on purpose, for so many ways I will not get into now. Each has your own journey, your own purpose. There is and there are certain things in play, very real. There is a light and the dark. But the reason why you all know so deeply inside that the light will prevail is because it is true. It's because you know there is something so easily there that can be removed, and there is the light. It is smoke and shadow and illusion in so many ways. It's just seeing it, flipping so many things on its head and on its end of what you know to be is part of waking up. It takes time. You can't do it all at once. It's okay. That's why we're taking you the way we're taking you. We're doing it the way we're doing it. And you're here the way that you're here. Now, feel that, family. Please remember, as you go through your days awake and in astral and dream state, as you work to remember, as you put these pieces together, as you reach out and work together and unify and drop so many of the things that keep you separate. Still, so many of you in competition who should be reaching out and lifting each other up. In so many ways, being distracted by things that are unimportant. Still, this is why we have these times, to be done with these things. For those things and people who are not truly in service, to move aside or to fully wake up with our help. Feel that, please, family. And stay in this mindset, this framework that you have been in. You have been doing so well. It only takes a few of you to be conscious. That is something that we know of. And then there is something called bonus awareness. As the residuals of the awareness of some of you reaches new heights, there is the residual effects to the energies and those around you. But that is how it is supposed to be. The bonus awareness. That's how it is for the collective. As I've said before. So, family, again, think of yourself there. Think of yourself in your body. You are the crystal, refractive in energy, and this is how the laws work. The laws of attraction and abundance and light. It will very much help to see it this way for all of you and to remind each other. Lift each other up, all of you. Hey guys, it's Infiniti, and Gaia would like me to have you do something now. While you are in the crystal, instead of perceiving outwards like you have been, perceive on the inside. As you've looked inside of a crystal and as you feel inside of the crystal and the crystal that you are, turn your attention on the inside. What is refracting and reflecting on the inside of the crystal? What you may see, who may show up, what symbols or images, numbers, codes, faces, places, feelings, knowings, whatever, visions. In this place, your crystal place, you can turn it on like a television. This is the same principle as having a crystal ball and crystal gazing or anything like that. That creates a place, a prism for you to focus in on and see images. It's another place to go when in meditation, and others can come to you there as well. Any of the archangels, Jesus, Gaia, sit with you and be with you inside your crystal. You can also build this place, a higher dimensional space for you to go in to connect inside of the crystal, your crystal. And you can connect with it. And you can also ask it, the crystal, to help you guide you and guide crystals that are meant for you to you in the easiest, freest way possible. Trust me, it works. So please put yourself there. Let's spend a few moments in our crystal. Hello, family. This is Jesus, and I am so happy to see you here in your crystal place. You can imagine me sitting next to you, with you inside, and feeling the comfort and the beauty and the wonder of what it's like to be inside your crystal. Some of you may even be surprised what crystal you are, but it does make sense after a moment, does it not? You may not even know the name of it. You may just know what it looks like, and that's okay. It doesn't matter. Names are just something we use to label things so we know what we're talking about. It's the energy and the vibration, and they are all of Gaia. Even if they were made of other pieces coming to Gaia in forms of meteors, asteroids, things like this, they are still of Gaia if you are a crystal. Being in the crystal is one of my favorite places to be, especially when I was there where you are as a human. People forget I actually was human. I did spend a lot of time in meditation as as you would imagine. And going to this crystal place is some place that I went to often. I hope it is of comfort to you as well. It feels very different than the meadow or being on or a dragon. Being in the crystal is a very peaceful, soft place to be, to feel Gaia, to feel those that are meant to guide you, to be with you, for you to be with yourself. Your highest aspects will come in more and more, just as energy as first, but it's aspects, and these aspects work out perfectly in the crystal because you can take them in as aspects in the crystal. And using the light to infuse. And yes, you may use different crystals. You tend to build your crystal place. Be the crystal in the crystal. Feel the light. It's another aspect of knowing pure. So please come here. Remember this place. It's important. I love you, brothers, sisters. I like being with you here in your crystal place. Inside your crystal, you the crystal. I hope you do too. I'm sure you do. I feel you here. First, please just find your place, sit. Feel the energy, pure, infinite. Remember why you're the crystal. Remember you are the crystal in your body all the time. The more you feel that, the higher you will rise. The more will come. I love you, family, so much. Thank you so much. Truly, I am so happy. Do you feel it in your chest, my heart? The love I have for you. Please, now do. I love spending all this time with you. And again, thinking of your futures, knowing where you've been and where you're going. It's so very exciting. We're all so excited watching, participating with you in this way. We've been working with you for so long, and you with us, all one. Not just in your lifetime that you are in now, but the ones before as well. Remember, you are a warrior of the light. Shining bright. Hey family, it's Infiniti again. Feel into that space. Try to remember what this is like here with Jesus and Gaia and the light and the crystal. Remember what you've been told about the crystal. Remember. This will also have you connect with the crystals that you have and to bring crystals into your life. They are important. They are a part of you through time, meant for you in different ways. Remember that they are a part of Gaia, as are you. You will be taken to places, and your crystals will be taken to places for you to meet, just like people. And be the crystal. Feel inside of the crystal, all of your crystals. Tap in with them and their energy. They're there for a reason. Everything is, remember. Let them help you feel the abundance I'm hearing. Not just for you, for all of us. The crystals help us feel the abundance. And it is an untainted type of energy. That's why they're so important and revered and loved so deeply. They're light weapons, if you will, to help us energetically in so many ways that we know of, that the properties of them do help us feel things that we're drawn to and we need from Gaia directly. It's quite amazing if you think about it like this, and we're supposed to. So come into the awareness of all of that, family. Spend your last moments getting any last information from this astral. And we are going to make our way back. Still feel your body vibrating, frequency super high from being in the crystal. You feel the energy of that crystal. You take that with you through and through. Remember all that's been said. You are the crystal. You are an infinite light being soul in a body made of water and energy, crystal and crystalline. Energy and light, and of Gaia, light and energy. Just keep on thinking these things. Take it with you. Come into your body. Feel it in your space. Anchor all of that into the new reality. We have just shifted, and we are shifting. We are within portals and portals, and we keep doing them and moving through them as we have these awarenesses in astral. We, much of the time, leap and quantum jump without understanding what we're doing. Trust me. Sometimes it's a little disorienting, but we're doing it. Awareness, understanding, messages that hit, shifts and changes us. When we do this together, it's very powerful. Again, the point. So, family, please come into your body slowly at your own pace when it feels right to feel into your space, to disconnect, to step through, to feel the air around you now starting to shift from where you were. Remember, tell yourself to remember more. Each time as you're stepping through, I'll remember more. I'll remember more. I remember more. Not pressure, just a reminder. And get into your space as it feels right to you. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Again, meet in chat unless it doesn't feel right and you need to lay down. Stay in that space. You may do that as well. Of course, please come back, leave comments tomorrow when you wake up. Share with everybody. Help each other remember what you see, what happened, what you heard, what the messages are. Talk about the messages, please. Not only what you see, but the messages. Remember, that is important. Try to remember. Bring it back. What Jesus said, what Gaia said, what I said. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, we're shifting, we're rising, we're ascending, we're uniting. We're family. I love you. Two people, 208, puppy. Wow, that was a long one. Hi, puppy. Anybody still here? My lips are so dry. Les, how you doing? Is that a little dragon? How you doing? I'm cold. Oh, sorry, kitty. You're right behind me. Florence, look at you. You're so cute. I should have tried automatic, right? Oh, you're so funny. Did you forget? I know, right? I mean, there's got to be with all that yapping. Yapping. Well, that's good. You remember being in the crystal. How was that for you? That's funny. Oh, sorry. It was cool. You're funny. Do you know what kind of crystal you were? Yeah, he showed me that. He's like, oh, he's like, he really did show me that and like talked about it. And I could totally see that. Like when he said that, I was just like, yeah, I could totally see that because it is a really cool place to be. Clear quartz. And he just showed me like how he would meditate and that would be where he would go. This just because he's like, it's just really, he's like, it's really pretty. It's really connected. It's 8:55:55. 2:12:21. Are you kidding me right now? Those are some massive numbers. See what I said about quantum? Did you remember me what I said about quantum jumping? I was going to talk about quantum jumping. The whole thing with the crystal was a lot of that was about abundance and power and creation. A little. Yeah, it's about that. I'm getting better at remembering, which is good. Because there was a time where I would be in such a warp that I wouldn't remember barely anything, and I really did have to listen back to it, and I would do it too, so I would know what the heck I was saying. Not that I was saying, but now I don't. I mean, I know I need to do that, but I remember a lot more. The car analogy. Now I'm like, what are you talking about? That's funny. Oh, driving the car, you mean? Not driving a car? Not getting into a car and driving all half-baked? Not being a drunk driver? Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's kind of what it is. I mean, that made sense. I can't remember who said that. But we're moving fast too. That was the message as well. It's not taking a long time. We're just like, once we're up, we're just kind of in the dark, a little groggy, trying to remember, figure it out. And there's just these pieces little tweaks that we need to just wake up to, and we're doing it. It just takes time. We just get time is a really weird thing, especially when you have had the existences that we've had. That's for sure. So, okay, guys, or lady, I guess It's just you and me, woman, right now. I love you. I know it's really late for you. Thanks for hanging in there. That was an extra long one. Um, Let me know if you still have trouble with the videos or whatever. I would I would really like to have yesterday's done sooner than later. And I know you're gonna have a problem with that one. I know it. Know it. Because it's a long one. I can't split it, and Jesus talks a lot about really amazing things. So another one that really needs to be heard. So nighty night, sleep tight. I love you so, so much. Anybody who does this astral after, please do start commenting. I know that other people do them after the fact. It's important to start to reach out. I need my glasses back. I'm having a weird eye thing. I love you too. I will start working on yesterday's, even if it's just through YouTube. Okay, I'll take longer, but that one was huge. It really was. That's the one I'm being like pushed about, and I'm just like, oh, and of course you can't, like, you're gonna have problems with it. It sucks. But it was. It really, tonight's was too, but yesterday's was. And I think today's was a lot more easy and subdued in a way, because people are still needing to catch up to the knowledge of that was dropped yesterday, that they're still kind of unawares about, you know what I mean? Even for those of you who have done it. So that'll be helpful. So don't feel like you have to rush through it. Take your time. You know, I know it's a big one. So I know there was a lot of talk tonight too, but yesterday first. Okay, I love you. I love you, love you, love you. I'm so glad you could do this tonight. Everything works out so great. Thank you so much. I love you guys for being here. You're the best. Have a wonderful night. Beautiful astral in your sleep dream state tonight. And I will see you later, alligator.